Welcome back then after half year, and let me just get this ready. There. I would like to show some of you a bit more about managed file transfer and network solutions, how digital certificates work when coming to securing and forcing that your browser is intact and fully prepared to handle today's or tomorrow's very intensive and frightening use of very sensitive information. Needless to say, more about that. So I would just like to use this site in order to explain what a digital certificate is, or how that those digital certificates work. So today we're going to give you an overview of the basic process involving the creation, signing, deployment, and an architectural overview. So there are different types of digital certificates, of course, but we'll try to focus on server-based certificates used in secure web service, since they are most common. And most of you will be aware of that in a client to server setting, that HTTPS is or has to be enabled in secure environments for setting up and communicating with a so-called secure file transfer server. What you can end up with is typically a warning telling you that when you try to connect securely, sites will present trusted identification to prove that you are going to the right place. However, this site the identity can't be verified. What should I do then? So I think we can just move over to the security protocols or certificates we have in our web browsers. Now, I know that it is a bit complicated with all these browsers: Opera, Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Internet Explorer, and many others using HTTP or HTTP secure, and it already has in its possession a set of certificates that can be used to verify the digital signature that will be found on your server certificate. So these web browser digital certificates are called a certificate authority. I'll show you a bit more about how that works. So these certificates will usually be available and installed into your browser or browsers. And in order to verify a digital signature between you and a server, with private keys that are used for signing the server certificates already with their public key pairs, public and private key pairs. Yes, and for sure, nowadays you can use your digital certificates or create your own certificate with OpenSSL or yeah, use any other available certificate. And the process of that is that you have to generate a private key and a public key pair to in order to set up a certificate signing request. And in this that link we can see how that is actually done, but let us first of all just see how you should foresee that your company, your government, your employer, your employee, whether that's in office or in a home office, are basically secured. So you generate private key, public key pair, and submit a CSR to certificate authority with the content, and then CA verifies whether the information on the certificate is correct and then signs it using its private key. And you will import the signed server certificate into your server. Key, open lock, lock open. And this process is called an ASSL based handshake. So before a browser and a HTTP server can exchange data over an encrypted connection, they first engage in a process known as SSL handshake. Let's see, I think it's one important part in the SSL handshake is the sending of the server certificate to the web browser. And here is when the web browser is able to authenticate the identity of the server it's connecting to. As soon as a browser receives a copy of the server certificate, it checks with CA signed the server, the certificate, and then retrieves that code. And verify the digital signature on the server certificate. And this is basically the setup process, or in fact the communication process. Public key on CA authenticates a digital signature on the server certificate, and this process is just being repeated on and again. So once a digital signature has been authenticated, the browser and server can proceed with the rest of the SSL process. If you want to know how the public key on the server certificate is used, I would suggest that you just follow our other screencasts, or contact us at postbox at erpduo.com. So I hope that it was of some interest, and many thanks for watching.